It's been a hot minute, boys, and all I can really do is apologise. But hey, you know me, I'll always find time to return to what I love doing the most. And today, we have 10 men, 1 bomb, and 2 bomb sites. Remind you of anything? Well, it should do, because it's blooming Counter-Strike. We started off the day with Ancient, and I'm on A site for some reason. On my rotation, the boys saw my epic headshots, so they moved me over to mid. And although we had a turbulent start, we managed to start bringing the rounds back.
Very nice.
I mean, look at this round from my teammate. What a guy. He gets a 4-man spray down and just falls short of the ace. Luckily, I was there to gobble up the remaining bit of meat. But, it just kind of steamrolled from there, to be honest. We kept up the good communication and hit the necessary shots. And note the word necessary. No one's gonna win every engagement. That's just inhuman. As long as you're doing your job, and most of all, making the right decisions, you'll be sound. And hey, we're having our good first round here. Well, until this happened. Oops. But yeah, in the next pistol, we secured the opening kill that was required to get us into the A bomb site, and we won the round. I made sure not to get too greedy in the anti-eco, and we ended up taking quite the lead. As most games do, it did get a bit neck and neck towards the end, and we found ourselves at 12-10 in a close round, but we managed to come out on top.
Oh, nice guys. Thank you for game.
After watching my elo go up, we loaded into another game of Ancient, and we didn't stand a chance. Well, that was rather heartbreaking, but after picking my ass up off the floor, I wasn't going to let that happen again. We started off the game with a timeout. Classic. The plan was to rush A, and I seemingly got baited by the whole team. But hey ho, we got the site and we're off to a strong start. It only took a couple of rounds for me to reappear, and what a round to come back to. Only problem is that we started to lose every round. So here we are, down bad. We let it happen again. And I was also tilted because this guy got mad at me for no reason. Well, there was a reason. To explain, he was mad that I didn't peek with him. There was no indication that he was gonna peek. So I feel like my decision was valid because as soon as I saw him peeking, I went to join him. He didn't call that he was gonna peek. You know what I mean? But either way, I had something to fight for now. Not only did I want to win, but I also wanted to be higher on the scoreboard than Green, because he was a knob jockey. Luckily the boys secured the next round, and I was off. I was focused on my crosshair, but also the vibe that I was letting off, because everyone on the team was a bit tilted. And not that I'm biased, but a lot of it was on Green. So look at me fragging, smiling, and trying to bring the team up. And you know what? It worked. All 4 of us got along and clawed it back. And also, I finished above Green on the scoreboard. Have that.
Good game, guys. Well played. Let's fucking go.
Continuing the high I was feeling off that win, I hopped into a Vertigo game. Once again, we had a bit of a rough start, but I think it brings up a good point. I've noticed that a lot of my games can start slow, but I always bring back at least my own performance by the end of the game. And I think that's an important thing to remember. We aren't defined by the first few rounds of our game, and that's not to suggest that we're defined by anything else, but everything across the length of all of our games. Simply put, you have good rounds and bad rounds, and you can get into the groove of a game. And that's what we did in this one. I mean, our team were a bit shit. For example, look at these 2 guys and how they managed this clutch. Note that I'm pretty sure they were a duo queue, so they were in Discord together. But one of them went to the A bomb site when the other one went to B. I mean,
We do not deserve that round, I'll tell you that for free.
we may not have deserved it, but we took it. And it's good that we did, because this was the first of quite the spree. And overall, we were feeling in control. Check this round out for example. We get 2 kills at B, but I spot that the bomb is left in spawn. Instead of struggling to communicate for someone to go and grab the bomb, I simply call for both of us B players to run to A. The logic behind this is that if we instantly react to run to A, the CTs who were already at A may have rotated or may be rotating, and they can get caught off guard. It worked, and we got all the way up to short for free, where I got a bit hungry, but it put us in a winning position. In the second pistol, I actually got flashed into oblivion. But after I saved my game and loaded back in, we continued the form. And the only word I can really use is dominant. I mean, ignore the fact that we lost this round. That's because we lost the pistol. But after the eco rounds were finished, I don't think we lost any rounds. I mean, look at us taking mid, which is where I mainly played for the rest of the half. I felt in control, and when I'm in control, I usually choose to win the game. And we did, allowing us to reach a new record of 19,000 elo. I wasn't too happy with the next game, as, well, it's Dust 2. And there was a bit of a theme this game. I would die, and then the team would win. And then I'd die, and then the team would win. It doesn't feel the best when you're not really having any impact. But I was happy that the team were just winning it for me. Although, after a few rounds of this, anyone would get fed up. So I decided to lean in a bit closer to my monitor, and started trying my little socks off.
To the top mid. I come back. Dead short one. Dead long. Dead mid one. One more dead. Last short. Nice.
I came alive just in the nick of time, but I don't think it really mattered in the end because we absolutely destroyed the enemy team and finished it at 13-2. You can't really be upset with that, can you? And we jumped right into Ancient. The enemy team tried taking B, but they were all too scared, so they took A. I had a moment in Donut, and we were officially down bad, but only by a few rounds, and I wasn't going to let them win that easily, because we're a fighting breed, and we're not out of that fight until 13 rounds have been had. I mean, with that logic, no matter what happens in the first half, we still have a chance of winning, but we can't avoid the elephant in the room. I was losing a lot of fights, and for most people, it would destroy their confidence, and it somewhat did to me as well, but I was taking each fight with disregard for the previous outcomes. So even though my aim may not have felt crisp or to a professional level, my attitude definitely was. And even though the half wasn't the most successful, the next half is like a different game. In the first couple of rounds, I couldn't even compete for kills, which I ain't complaining about, because again, I more so care about the elo. Getting carried is quite nice, and besides, I had impact in other ways. What ways, you might ask? Well boys, I was calling the strats every round here.
We could try same again, but I kind of want to go A as well.
It wasn't super controlled, it was quite loose, just calling a general idea and then a mid-round call depending on how our opening goes. And I was really happy with this game. It felt more satisfying to win when I was commanding my troops into battle, and they listened, and they all played really well themselves. What a group of lads.
I'm right there. Keep with me. Nice. Let's go. Okay. Well played. We should take mid now, yeah? Let's go down. Hold down. One. Nice.
Good job, guys.
Good round. Oh god. I feel really good about that game. It didn't go very well on the CT side, but then I started calling stuff on the T side. Look at that! Let's go. We're nearly at 20k now. 2 more games, I think it'll be. Alright.
You might be wondering why we've skipped halfway through this game, and that's because we got absolutely wrecked. I originally wasn't going to show any of this game and just skip it, but I got an ace here, so yeah, here I go. It was all from short too, which is quite funny. And it was also an eco round, so it's like twice as impressive, right? But no matter how impressive it was, we still lost the game, and we went down to 19,600 elo. And look at this battle cry. It wasn't actually, I was just really sad that it was Dust 2. But I started off with a howdy partner, and the crowd loved it. These guys seem nice. I dinked my teammate, and we secured the pistol.
Sorry.
And after a few rounds had passed, it became clear that blue was rather bad. I'll let you see for yourself.
He is a bit shit. Considering his rank, like, this is kind of criminal, actually.
But I personally don't really care. If someone's quite clearly a low level, I'd rather encourage them rather than insult them. But I can't lie, it was quite funny to watch. And the team were also quite vocal about their opinion too.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. My eyes are bleeding.
And you know what? In memory of Blue, the song you hear in the background is called Newbie Melody. Yeah, sure, he wasn't the best, but he did have some good clutches. And I'd also like to point out the fact that he didn't seem too mentally deterred, considering the team berated him with insults. I do also realise that there's a slight chance that he might have been hacking. I really don't know, but when he hit some of the shots with the orb, it just looked like trigger bot. You know when someone's like really bad at the game but wants a high rank, and you can kind of tell that they aren't the rank that they are? It was kind of like that. But I'm not going to call anything because of the slight chance that he might not have been hacking. But either way, the enemy did close the gap slightly, but I knew I was feeling good in my aim, and I felt like I was in control, which is much like the theme of this video. Last video we weren't feeling too confident, and we weren't feeling in control. But now, my real life stuff, I've started my job. You know, I'm feeling good, because I knew I was on my way to a win this game.
Oh, yes.
What a feeling. I've overcome it, and I'm in control. And boys, I think we might even rank up.
No, it's a good game. Team was so mean to Blue, poor guy. Oh god, I'm so close to the. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I've got to play a game for 10 elo.